for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Today, we're continuing on with the Valheim Mistlands speedrun grind. Recently, been struggling to have enough time to do a long enough stream to, like, finish a random seed run. So hopefully tonight we're able to make some good progress. So I'm just diving straight into it. What's up, Mango? Thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope you're doing good, bud. Yeah, so just to reiterate, there's no official leaderboards, no official rule set yet for this. And to my knowledge, there's no like successful, like, legit speedruns of it yet. We've developed, you know, all of the earliest strats possible to make this run doable. But I'm right now doing random seed runs, glitchless random seed runs for all 6 bosses in the game with a brand new character and a brand new seed, without looking up the map locations or anything. And I'm just looking to get a decent run. I'm not resetting like constantly, but you know, if we get something that's clearly going to add on hours, I'm trying to avoid that. Because what adds on hours in the early days will add on much longer in the late game, most likely. What's up, Patrick? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. What's up, Nordic? Thanks for stopping by the stream, guys. I hope everyone's doing great. So yeah, let's start out by turning off the tutorials. So the rule set I'm using is essentially the same as the new game Random Seed Glitchless All Bosses rule set that existed before Mistlands. However, we're currently permitting world swapping for these runs. That's just my personal take on the run right now. I think it's a good solution to lots of things. We can get into it more during the run. But that's a general explanation of like the run we're doing today. Obviously everyone has to do their own take on what they think is a good rule set right now, because there's nothing official yet. Thanks for the look, Welsh. I hope you're doing good. We've got some crypts already, by the way, so we know there's the burial chambers towards the start of that flight path. Thanks for the look, Angpast. Thanks for the look, Thomas. Appreciate that. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, hopefully the Elder is closed this time. That's been a problem on this update in general, actually, so far. Foggy Cloaky, you legend. Thanks so much, bud. Thank you so much for the 6 months YouTube membership. You legend. Thanks so much for supporting the content and keeping the dream alive. Oh, I didn't add the shower cap today. I forgot. That's funny though. All right. Eek's actually a bit further away too. You can use the sledgehammer type weapons to stand in a certain spot and not take damage and kill her through a wall. That's the current strat for the queen, and we're going for the demolisher. I think it's the most, appears to be at least the most time efficient choice of weapon of that type for now. I love the strat, and we've done it tons of times on practice runs. I'm just really excited and eager to get it in a real run. Not gotten to that point yet in a real run, but we'll get there. The improvements and the grinding has been going very well overall. True Welsh. Which one weapon is best in Mistlands? As usual, I wouldn't really ever say one weapon is necessarily best. I actually recommend using a lot of different weapons for different scenarios. I go over all of my favorite weapons to use in Mistlands. In my latest video, you can get a link to it by doing exclamation weapons. But if I was made to pick one, I would easily choose the bow and arrow with the Draugr bow and frost arrows. It's the best all-round weapon for the area. It actually slays. I appreciate that, Cloak. That's nice of you to say. Thanks so look, Broccoli. I hope you're doing good, bud. Thanks for the look, Catatonic. Thanks, Luxo. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Getting in this chest. Pretty good. Thanks, Hackdot. I appreciate that. Thanks for the look. Hope you're doing good, bud. Thanks for checking out the content. I'm glad you like it, dude. Sounds like there's a piggo over here. Do you hear me, Brett? What's up, Dynamics? Thanks for the look. I appreciate it, bud. Alright, let's work on rocks and flint whilst we're hunting down these deers. And we'll sort of head in the general direction of the boss as well. Why did I reset the last run? It was taking too long and I wanted to get to sleep. The Elder segment was really long. So I added on a lot of time. I was mostly just tired. It was 3 in the morning and I was at work until like 7 the night before. It should be possible to do faster than that anyway. Gonna let him run away until he de-aggroes. My god, why is this deer and a freaking Olympian? There we go. Trophy, please. Nice. Got a trophy. I know, right? Very evasive, this deer. Right. A lot of flint in this area, which is good. Well, it's not even faster on paper. Honestly, it fucking drives me nuts that like the handful of times it goes wrong for me, people actually bring this up. Just cherry picking a bad moment. We literally can do it in like a minute 30 or something when it goes absolutely awesome. But like most of the time, you do it way faster than you'd get a spear anyway. Not to mention, you have to recollect all the spear mats again. Because you need those mats for something else. Trophy, please. Okay. It's the new random seed. We're doing unsegmented runs at the minute, so we have to start again every time. Thanks for the look though, Rhonda. Hope you're doing good. You continuing the same seed each day was just temporary whilst we're doing no resets. I was allowing it to be segmented. We're allowing resets. We don't need to do it segmented. Segmented is when you allow multiple parts. So multiple streams, in other words. Unsegmented is one sitting. We only really needed to do it segmented because it wasn't doing resets as like a way for us to spend more time with the game after the update. Figure things out. Alright, we got the trophies. Yeah, it is cool how often in a speedrun we see a spot that'd be awesome to build. I do think about it sometimes too. What's up, Neely, man? Thanks for the look. I appreciate that, bud. Yeah, definitely Goth. Afternoon, Roy. Hope you're doing good, bud. Just gonna cook real quick. I don't actually need that. Very weird spot for oh, got 4 somewhere. Got 4 stone as well here. All these little lore stones that you read to find out things about the enemies and stuff in the game and the story. No, there isn't Nordic. The ones about boars always spawn boars next to them. They don't respawn, but that's why I call this a boar stone. Thanks, dude. I'm really not super focused on being the first. I will admit I could have done it already. I'm trying to have the first decent one though. It would be good if the first ever one was decent. But there's no leaderboards yet anyway. So am I aiming for sub 5 hour? I don't know. Sub 5 hours is gonna be hard to start off with that. I'm not thinking about time. I'm just thinking about time loss. I mean, I am thinking about time, but I mean, I'm not thinking about a specific time. That's what I mean. The way I'm thinking about it is I'm trying to just get a rundown, right? But if it's taking way too long to find a certain boss than what it normally takes on an average speed run, or I lose my bed and I get sent back to the middle, or we find a boss location and it's at the other side of the world, I'm still resetting, because that's just really excess time loss. Like, that would be a very, very easily beatable time. But other than that, I'm mostly just playing seeds out if I have time. That's the other factor. Like, if I also... there's been... Obviously, I've had a lot of nights where I've grinded, like, super late recently. But at the minute, where I've really been working tons of crazy hours since before Mistlands for, like, a couple of weeks straight, I'm, like, overdue a day off. So it's like... If I feel like streaming mega late, I may push through, but I'm kind of like, if I'm tired, I'm also just going to bed if it's not going to be a good run. I'll stay up if we get a good run, but it like yesterday, I was so tired, and that elder took so long to find. We got to a certain point where I was like, I need to get to sleep, and this run won't be good anyway, even if we finish it. So that's what I'm really balancing with at the minute, as to like whether or not I finish a run. I don't have like a goal time. I do think 5 hours is out of the question to start with, unless it's not out of the question if you're willing to reset for sub 4 hours for the early game. I don't really... I mean, maybe someone wants to start out doing these runs this way, but that would be the absolutely wrong way to approach the run right now. Because you're just not going to end up doing any work on the late game. I assume at some point someone like may start doing that, but I don't know. Because like, as is usually the case with Valheim runs, it's like more about the big picture. I think it's still too early to know what like a... I don't think, like, I know for sure it's way too early to know what like a meta time is, so... It's not clear that it will be sub 5 just because it was sub 4 before. Yeah, the problem with stuff like that, Laxo... By the way, this is nice that we've got fine wood right away. That's awesome. The problem with stuff like that, Laxo, is the stamina usage. It costs stamina to place anything. We need to ditch some of our useful items here. Placing too many like craftables on the ground consumes excess stamina. And fuelings melt at all structures. Yes, exactly, Joe. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. We're praying for better elder today. Takes a while to load up the worlds at the minute. Not a good spot, but got the bones we need already. What's up, Wesker? I'm doing great, thanks, dude. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good as well, bud. Oh, I shouldn't have ditched all the stones. Sometimes it's so weird that you can't place a workbench. We do need eyes, so this is fine. Need a lot of eyes now in the run. It's crazy sometimes how low the drop rate of eyes can actually be. Guy that doesn't want to be set on fire, imagine that. Guy's so nearly on fire. Got an ancient seed out of it, so that's actually really lucky. We got one of the better shipwrecks, which is really cool. Plus was really close to having something useful, so we're off to a great start actually. What's up, Demigod? Thanks for the look, appreciate that, bud. Only 3 eyes out of all that. Give me your eyes, bruh. You don't need them eyes. Ooh. Another one. Hell yeah, we got another ancient seed. Lots of great wolves around. I'm not having a problem finding these eyes. Another brute. Wow. Foggy, Corvus. Thanks for the raid, dude. I hope you had a good stream. Thanks for the look, dude. Appreciate that. Had a good stream, bud. Oh, we did get another seed. That's actually crazy RNG. Crazy good RNG. We got all 3 seeds from brutes. 3 seeds. 3 brutes, 3 seeds. Thanks for the follow, Leather. Hope you're doing good, bud. Yep. Is awesome. Is that a cave? It is a cave. Let's check that real quick and then we'll go and check that burial chamber. Should have repaired that really, but no big deal. Almost all the leather we need for now as well. Epic. Oh my god. Whatever, bro. we should level up our stuff in the other world real quick, because we've got all of our mats. For building level 3 workbench, I think we need one more piece of leather to go level 3 axe, but we can go level 3 club pretty much insta, which is actually really nice at 30 minutes ish. Hello. Now skellies won't be a problem. I'm just curious if there's actually like one boar or something like close by, because there typically is at least like a boar. The start of a world. I mean, I wouldn't say it's absolute Valheim science, but a quick look, because we'll literally just need one piece of leather to go. Yeah, there we go. Level 3 flint axe as well. Then we can make all of our other weapons. Then we may build another set of like level 3 workbench stuff. Later on, we have chance. That's just for the off chance that we find a Leviathan, so that we'll be able to go to level 2. Abyssal Razor though. Oh bro. These Greylings getting so aggressive for those little pimp squeaks. Alright, hell yeah. Let's go, bud. Could probably go for... By the way, I'm going for saplings because we also want a lot of resin. Saplings have a high resin drop rate. When you're in one spot like this and all you need is wood, it is actually better to just go for a tree. But we don't just want wood. In the long run, we want a lot of resin too. The fuck? Why is this? Anyway, I just wanted to make these right now as well. That is actually amazing right there. Gotten so much more crafting done already. Still 40 minutes. And with 3 seeds already. This is actually going so good. Hopefully we get lucky with finding the Elder this time. I cut my hair ages ago. I usually shave my head every 2 or 3 months or something. It was a while ago. I've just been wearing mostly beanies because it's been so cold in the house. I couldn't find my beanie before the stream. Don't know what I've done with it last night. What's up, Raccoon? Thanks for talking about the stream. Hope you're doing good, bud. Of course. Where I keep hearing more boar draws than bows being fired. Kind of unnerving. Kind of a weird shaped dungeon so far. Oh, gee. We need... Be ideal if we just find a burial chamber with a lot of cores and an Elder rune. That's really be the ideal scenario right now. Well, this is good. So we're on 17 fine wood so far, right? Puts us on 18. More wood there. What's up, Ariel? Thanks for talking about the stream. I hope you're doing good. It's good so far, thank you. Glad you're doing good. Nice. I think I'm gonna just take this wood as well. Cool. There's a crypt here somewhere. Yeah, I just heard skeleton. There we go. All right. Our bed's still quite close by as well. It's good. Okay. Right, this should give us a decent amount of cores, hopefully. This room type has cores at the end. Oh, that's so unlucky. Usually get like 4 cores from this room. Dead end. Dead end. What's up, Jesse? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Is there something up with the audio? Hello, test 1 2. Something bugged out or no? Everyone else is saying the audio sounds fine, so it's probably fine. Thanks, guys. Just checking. Oh, I need to double check that location. Audio good? Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. Fucking Elder's miles away again. I don't know what to do about that. The Elder's so far away. Like, that should really just be a reset, fortunately. Ryek said he refreshed and it's way better. There's some people saying that it's cutting in and out for them on YouTube. Now I'm just confused. Refresh of YouTube app stream fixed it. Or maybe it's just YouTube then that shit the bed or something. Well, keep me posted, chat. If you feel like the audio's effed, I can reset my audio. Sounds fine. Okay, cool. Alright, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everyone's input. Maybe just YouTube glitched out for everyone. For a sec. Alright, cool. Alright, I think everyone that said it was cutting out now says it's fine after a refresh. Thanks guys. What food do you prefer in speedruns? More health or stamina based? In the game as a whole, I prefer both, including in the speedrun. My ideal situation would be deer meat, boar meat, and cloudberry. But it's not always super important. Do I ever play with fans or anything? Yeah, I'll play with people that support the content on Patreon. Typically around once a month. On the Patreon server, we do a stream where I'll play on the Patreon server. Yeah, I use the same seed for a practice run. The seed used to be really good, but it's just broken. Having a really far elder, especially on a random seed run, really ruins the run. Because the problem is we're relying on a swamp key from him. So all this path here, we're extremely likely to encounter a swamp we can't explore. I think we have to reset. It sucks so bad though, because if I reset, I don't think I'll have time to finish the run though. I mean, we might. What about the Elder on World 2? I guess that is something that we could potentially explore. It's actually not a bad... I mean, we did say if world switching is allowed, like, it's not really clear, like, if we'll add restrictions to it, and that it does make sense to not. If you're in Mistlands and nothing is there, it means that it's a part of the map that was explored before the update. You have to go to a part of the map that wasn't explored before the update. Seekers can be pretty nuts. Hey, look at this big boy. It's a trollfish. I still haven't really decided what I'm doing, to be honest. I think we have to reset. It's too far. And I think it's not what... Yeah. I think it's not...
Sploosh.
I think we'll still have more time for an attempt, even if we start again now, than what we did last night. Oh. I got tagged by accident. Thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch, Ambus. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I was thinking about if it was worth doing World 2 or not, but I guess at the end of the day, we already spent the time to find the Elder once, right? Didn't we? So... still probably worth resetting. What I'm thinking about doing over the next several days. What the hell? Why is my computer tapping me out on its own now? That's weird, champ. The strats are feeling good so far. We just need to get the RNG that gives us a decent run up until the Mistlands. So what I'm thinking about doing is, guys, I'm thinking about taking like 1 or 2 days off. I've been grinding pretty hard since before Mistlands even, because I was grinding hard for on the double boss video series and streaming as well. And then I don't even know how many videos I've put out now since Mistlands came out, but a lot. So I'm thinking about taking like a couple of days off, because I've not really had a proper day off in a couple of weeks. And then when I get back from having a couple of days off, I'm thinking about setting aside like an entire like full real day like at setting aside like a full 12 hours or something for one of these attempts. So we just have more time to get a real attempt in. Because we are having time to get attempts in. It's just we still don't really know how much time we need. And I still reckon that the last couple of streams we've had enough time if we got good RNG, and we've just not been getting the RNG, and that is just how the cookie crumbles in the world of Valheim speedrunning anyway. But I'm thinking about setting aside a much longer stream to set our first PB. And not necessarily do no resets, like still have the same approach, but like I'd still probably always reset on this scenario. But at least then after the reset I'd have more time, you know? Probably think of something during the break. Yeah, I probably will. I usually do come up with good ideas when I have days off. I usually come back with a ton of notes for new videos and stuff. He was out there with the mist. But the thing is as well, like I'm starting my streams. The streams have been shorter a little bit over the last couple of days than what I was doing when Mistlands first came out, and it's just because I'm needing more sleep because I'm just a bit tired. Just need a couple of days just to sleep, chill. Do I ever wake up in the middle of the night and think of something? Not really. But I do think of quite a lot of ideas just before I fall asleep or just when I wake up. Generally, I just get up and write them down in my phone. No matter what the idea is, I've like my phone is so full of ideas. Nothing. I don't hit any deer at all. It's something right now. There you go. Come to me. Afternoon, Sean. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing good. I was actually just thinking that I want to get back to staying on top of relearning the Resident Evil 3 run. And I was also, what I was also thinking is, it's been a while since I worked on my game development project. And I was gonna share that with members. And I was also thinking about doing a members only stream where I reply to comments. So what I was thinking that we could do is have like maybe do like a day of members only content where I do one stream where we reply to comments together on stream to YouTube members, and then maybe end that stream and I'll go take a break and get some food and stuff, and then do another members only stream later that day where we do some game development. I was thinking about doing something like that. But then, yeah, I was thinking do some more speedrun practice too. Have I picked a game engine? Yeah, I've done game development for years. I used to do it. It's my job before I got into streaming. I'm making a game in Game Maker at the minute. Just like as just for fun, you know. I planned like I got back into making games again just for fun as a hobby. Just on the side. I didn't do it for a while after I stopped doing it for a job. I got back into doing it just as a hobby because it's really fun. So in my spare time sometimes I do like just chip away at a game development project. So obviously it's like really slow progress. So I don't have a lot of time that I dedicate to my hobbies. I'm mostly just making videos and stuff for you guys. But my plan is to like put the games out to play for free for people on a website eventually. And I've already started building a website, and I've already a decent way through one of like the first game I would put on it. Okay, we got a freaking troll Eek spawn. Not possible to get a good Eek fight when he spawns in a tree. What a jerk. Yeah, it's actually funny how many like random developers we have in the community. There's quite a lot. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I've done all like a lot of different kinds of game development with a lot of different engines and stuff. But I mostly just enjoy making like weird like little retro inspired games. Usually like pixel art stuff. What I would say I'm most passionate about making like game development wise At the minute, I'm really obsessed with designing like weird little retro looking games, whereas like little to no combat, you know, like kind of more peaceful style kind of games in general. And the one I'm working on at the minute, you just collect mushrooms. It's kind of wholesome. Fun. I actually haven't played Undertale. I do really want to play it. I think I did buy it. There's a lot of games like that I never really got around to playing that came out since I've been doing content creation. And I've been doing content creation for so long now. But there's so many games I just haven't got around to playing because I've just been busy. Just dude, like, I absolutely love doing YouTube and streaming. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. If you don't love it, you end up quitting. Because it, you know, yeah, everyone quits before they make it. So I'll do it because I love it. But yeah, it really does like consume your life. There's like so much stuff I just haven't had the time to jump into. But I would love to play Undertale. Maybe let's just go to the coast. I think we place that trophy in the overworld. I can't remember if it can fell final or not, to be honest. Yeah, I will do some more members only content very, very soon. And I think the next server stream as well for patrons, I was thinking about maybe doing 2 server streams back to back, like 2 days in a row. I'll post about it all in the Discord when we're like ready to fully confirm everything. But I was thinking about doing 2 server streams back to back, because the next one hopefully will be on the Mistlands update. If we kind of delayed it just to wait for the update and to give me a chance to make Mistlands content. Feels really quiet on this seed. I don't know if it's just me, chat. Bro, we have so much wood. Start spending it. What's up, Sinan? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good, bud. Good evening. Oh, we found the block forest nice and quick this time. That's good. Mistlands has always been empty. If you explored it before the Mistlands patch, you have to explore a part of the map that you've not explored before in order for the Mistlands to appear. And yeah, you have to be on the public test build. Yeah, it's not actually out for everyone. Yeah, it's on. Well, it is out for everyone, but it's on the public test build. You have to get access to the public test build. If you want to play the public test build to play Mistlands right now, do exclamation Mistlands in the chat. You can get access to it in seconds. It is available for everyone. You just gotta be on the right branch on Steam. They're just doing that to start with, just to help like find bugs and stuff. But yeah, if you're going to Mistlands and it's empty, it's one of two things. Either you haven't updated your game to the public test build because it's not out on live servers yet, but there's no reason to wait if you play vanilla and solo. If you want to do that, do exclamation Mistlands, follow the guide of how to get on the public test branch. The other reason is you're in an area that you explored before the update and you're playing on an old world. If you're playing on an old world, you can play the new Mistlands stuff. You have to go to a part of the map you haven't explored before. There's no release date set for it going public onto the live build or whatever you want to call it. But usually they do it within a couple of weeks apparently, so it's not long to wait if you did want to wait, but there's no reason to wait unless you're waiting for a mod to be updated that you insist on playing with, or you're waiting for a server you play on to be updated. If you just play normal solo, I would just go to public test branch. They've said that you can carry on your save from one to the other. I hope we get better Elder this time too, bro. I'm gonna have to ditch some stuff in the other world. What's up, Groden? It's going good, thanks, bud. Doing good. Well, anyone struggling to pick a weapon, I highly recommend watching my video about it. If you do exclamation weapons in the chat. We did have a good modder, yeah. Honestly, if you're gonna go with just like one set of melee things, I would just go with like a black metal buckler fully upgraded, and maybe a fully upgraded black metal sword or something equivalent to that. Basically just something to parry, to use with parry attacks. I mean, if you do it with a bow and arrow and just that, if you wanted to have a minimal inventory, that's fine as well. My video is like really super meta about it, which, you know, Don't have to be super meta about it. You have to defeat Modder to craft black metal stuff because you need whatever it's called, the thingy table. You need to craft a special crafting table with the Modder tiers. Artisan table. That's what it's called. You're also gonna need a spinning wheel to process linen. Thanks for the follow, Laughing Psychonaut. I hope you're doing good, bud. Oh, we've been robbed. No loot in this. Actually, I bought something really cool. I forgot. Loki was asking about members only content. Ooh, that mountain looks very good. I bought something really cool. For making video game music. For the games that I've been working on in my spare time. And I was thinking about showing it in a members only stream. I bought an 8-bit synthesizer. Super fun. I think there might be some leather that we didn't get there. Yeah, there is. Thanks for the look, dude. I appreciate that. We've got a bit of a trash Black Forest, it looks like, unfortunately. Okay, another ball stone. There's a lot going on the screen right now. Don't mind me. Just collecting some leather. Bruh. Oh my god, we need to reload to remove that poison. Oh my god, dude. We better be able to find a good Black Forest sooner rather than later, otherwise it's another pointless run. There's no best time for doing all 6 bosses yet. The run is still being figured out since the update. Yeah, I do random seed runs primarily because I think it's more fun. The chaos and the pain is more entertaining. But we can do set seeds as well. There's both categories. Nice. I'm glad you're excited by it, Cloak. It is really funny. I've obviously I don't really still learning how to use it. I've only messed with it for like an hour or two, but I thought it would make a fun members only video or something, or stream. Appreciate that, Chris. Hope you're doing good, bud. I know we've got like a lot of new people in the chat since Mistlands launch. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the community, of course. We appreciate you. I hope you're doing good. For all those people, in case anyone doesn't know, like before the Mistlands update, my personal best was, I forget exactly, but it was like less than 4 hours. Like all the top 3 times were just less than 4 hours, and we were all separated by about 10 minutes each. Just to give you an idea of like where we were at before the Mistlands update. But that required like, it wasn't possible consistently. It was like a lot of attempts to get a sub 4 hour run previously. But obviously with Mistlands, it's like people need to do enough runs where they're actually finishing the Mistlands segment before they can really judge. Because you can't necessarily measure it by just adding on however long it takes Mistlands on top, because first of all, it right now requires a ton more maps that you have to gather throughout, so it makes the rest of it longer. But also, we don't know like what kind of RNG we're really talking about. Like if it's like way rarer, let's say, to get to find and get a good location for the queen than it is to find your glove, then it means that you're gonna end up, for example, not resetting on your first 5 bosses as much, which means that you're not necessarily, you know, what becomes a good run, it may not necessarily just be a case of what is the best case scenario for Mistlands on top of what we were doing before, if that makes sense. I don't have a sub button. Basically, I'm a YouTube partner, so I stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And YouTube allow me as a YouTube partner to stream on Twitch and still be a YouTube partner, but Twitch don't allow me to be a Twitch partner or affiliate and stream on YouTube at the same time. And because I make a ton of videos and most of my audience is on YouTube, it just doesn't make sense for me to not stream there too. So if people want to support the content and they watch on Twitch, they can do so on Patreon via donations, or if they're into YouTube, they can go to YouTube and become a YouTube member, or just do super chats or something like that. So there's like a lot of options, but Twitch don't allow me to do it, unfortunately. Or cheer. Yeah. Can't do cheering either. They don't allow it. They would make it so I couldn't stream on Twitch to enable me to Sorry, they prevent me from streaming on YouTube. They wanted me to sign an agreement. Unfortunately. So yeah, it's Patreon, which on Patreon you also get access to my Valheim server, and you can do like a sub thing, whatever you want, or donations, which is obviously whatever you want, or just like YouTube stuff like memberships or super chats. Members, I do like behind the scenes streams and videos, usually at least once a month, if not more, for YouTube members. Where I either show you something like from one of my personal hobbies or something, or like some behind the scenes, like how I made a certain video or how I practice a certain speedrun, or even just playing games casually. We do like really random stuff to YouTube members. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird that it's kind of interesting that YouTube literally do not care. They're just like, yeah, go do what you want. They don't mind at all. Twitch really do mind. Whoa! Don't die. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. Bro. I think I'm gonna put a bed down or something, because this seems very yikes. A rancid remains and an archer in a dungeon with no doors on it. Not great. Foggy Dave, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member and supporting the content and keeping the dream alive. I really appreciate that, bud. You legend. Thanks so much. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks. That's you. Oh nice. Thanks, Psychonaut. You legend, bud. Thanks so much for becoming a YouTube member, supporting the content. Remember guys, the best way to support the content completely for free is to smash the like button on the YouTube stream and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It makes it more likely for my content to be recommended to new people in the recommended feed. Foggy, there he is. Thanks so much, Dave. Thanks for supporting the content and helping keep the dream alive. Thanks so much for the YouTube membership. Welcome, bud. It's also worth mentioning, actually, we don't bring this up very often, but for YouTube members, all other previous months of YouTube membership videos and live streams are available. The whole back catalogue is there, so there's several. Several on there. You don't only get the content from the month you pledged. Mistlands are still on the public test build. There's no real reason to wait for access though, unless you're wanting to use mods or play on a private server that's not updated or something. If you want to get access and you don't know how, exclamation Mistlands in the chat for the link. Yeah, Elden Ring was also. Thanks a lot, I appreciate that, Vladimir. Oh my god! We're getting trolled in the Black Forest these days, chat. The last couple of days, the Black Forest have just been full troll mode. I'm not killing another Ranted Remains. At least there's a door between this one. Jeez. Oh, there's still no Elder location. Ah. What is with these burial chambers? Oh, I feel yeah, that makes sense, Psycho not. Hopefully you get a chance to check it out at some point. It is brilliant. I did start out like speedrunning the game, but the speedrun didn't quite go where I wanted it to, I think, but great game though. One of my favorite games in years for like first playthrough. Enjoyment factor. Yeah, I wonder if that's true, Al. Definitely see the logic there. Bro. I don't think this is worth... I don't know. We're gonna get a lot of bones. We've already got enough bones though. Stories cloak. Oh, I don't think this is worth it. I don't think this is worth the time. It's stacked. It's absolutely stacked. It's not just the Ranted Remains. It's like there's so many skellies. And no Elder Rune as far as we can tell. Man, and that Black Forest is tiny. This is not a good seed. Alright, let's try and find a better Black Forest. I mean, still got a bit of time before it starts to get extremely slow. Just slow in it taking too long to find the Elder, really. We always make a flint axe. It's not done it yet. No current record with Mistlands yet. People are still trying to figure out the run. And I've kind of like changed my approach to just I'm resetting if the run is like terrible. Like if something terrible happens, like it just takes way too long to find a boss, or a boss is at the complete opposite side of the map, or we lose a bed and get sent back to the start. I'm resetting on those major reset points. So I'm not like resetting for super meta times for every step of the way. But I am resetting on like major stuff. Major time loss. Just because you know, if you let the run get too long in the tooth, you know, we could be looking at you know, freaking 20-hour run or something again. So I've not been heavy with the resets, but when the stuff's like terrible, I've been resetting. But there's nothing to stop any runner doing a no resets run just to set the first time. I mean, there's not really too much point in that before the leaderboards are up. And frankly, I would expect most runners to want to start somewhere decent. What's the realistic time goal for now? It's still too early to say with any level of accuracy, but I do feel like we know a bit more now than what we did a few days ago, and I do think that sub 10 hours should be reasonable. But it may not be like super simple to get to that. Didn't he use cheats in that run, Murdinator? Not really. It's not really an answer, is it? I believe he said in his original test run that he used commands or something to either teleport himself somewhere or want something. I forget which one it was. And I think that was on a set seed as well, right? I'm talking about random, so yeah, so that's not a run. That's not a run. Just a test run. Yeah, we already knew that though. Red's playing catch up, obviously. He even said that. Still familiarizing himself with the stuff. Yeah, like I said, anyone could just finish a run if they wanted at this point. I think we're really just still focused on figuring stuff out and trying to get it decent. Ever practiced Mistlands anything? Yeah, I figured it all out, basically. I spent like a 4 days doing nothing but figuring it out. I'm actually just the only one doing real runs, to my knowledge. We've already practiced everything. That's it, we're just actually on the grind now. I wanted to quickly see if we could grab a piece of hide, so like somehow one hide short. Yeah, I saw it. We'll be using 3-pole system as well. Like he hasn't broken any new ground. He would tell me if he has. We usually share strats. Ugh, it was running already when we logged. There we go. Yeah, I've already done more test runs and stuff than anyone else. We did tons of testing. We did like days of it. I think maybe just some people aren't familiar. Just who are like late to be checking it out. But yeah, I know, Murdinator. We tested that already. I already showed it off in a video as well. And he told me about it. We had that conversation. Speedrun, like, they're definitely good. But yeah, it's not going to be that much of a big deal. Because it relies on news. For random seed anyway. Could be a potential deal breaker if you can use it to farm a dungeon stacked with seals. Seal fragments. Seals. Makes it sound like an actual animal. We are still short, aren't we, on some mats? Need. Well, let's just upgrade for now. That's pretty funny, but yeah. Oh, why did he upgrade that? That's pointless. Well, I guess it's not super pointless, but it is pretty pointless. I'm gonna go get this flint from the coast on this siege real quick. Then we can get started with all our weapons and stuff. Still pretty early. Our main seed is so weird. What? I thought that looked like it was the edge of a coastline before. What? Are we totally landlocked? It's not going very well today. Whatever. Just head back. I told Thread a bunch of the later stuff that I sussed as well in the Mistlands when he stopped by as well. for clarification. A lot of meat. A lot of meat. What's up, Sergio? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good, bud. All right. I have accidentally pressed quit at least once, not twice. Doesn't really matter though. You are allowed to resume in that scenario. Just a meme. Thanks for the look. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, dude. I didn't notice I managed to get so many calls already. Bruh. The exact amount we actually need. However, no elder. Bro. What is this RNG even? RNGSUS has completely forsaken us. The elder RNG has been an absolute meme for like 2 days now. Starting to feel targeted by RNGSUS. My goal is sub 10 hours at the minute. It's a bit lofty for a starting point, but that's my goal. Might take us a little while to get there, but it's definitely doable. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's doable. On a random seed I'm talking about. In one stream, yeah. I'm just trying to do runs in one stream right now. At least for now. I'm gonna do some longer streams. To make that, you know, more likely. Oh my god, we're getting so ripped off. And then yeah, I'll keep trying that for a bit, and then I may go back to a different approach at another point. It's just all about whatever I feel is best to sort of cross-train my runs at the minute. However, I do feel pretty good across the board about all the strats at the minute. Thanks, Zifty. I appreciate that. Oh, doing good as well, bud. They're not grinding as hard to kill all these skeletons. We don't need the goddamn bones. The troll. Yeah. I did run past the seed. There's one over here somewhere, but yeah, there's not been many. I'm really just focused on like seeing where this. I'm trying to just beeline it to an Elder Rune just so we know if it's like even worth bothering. As if it's in a bad location again. Then we don't have time anyway. I'll have to go to sleep. If it's gonna be, you know. Another burial chamber just full of skeletons with no doors and stuff. Yeah, seems that way. Definitely starting to feel a lot rarer. It used to be. But sometimes it's always been like, it's always been possible to just get lots and lots of bad RNG with the Elder and it can be like a big sticking point. It's always been a thing. Like you seem to just go through phases with the Elder. Like everyone seems to go through phases with the Elder. Having been hard to find, so I don't know if it's necessarily anything that's changed. It was the next one, wasn't it? The world record before Hearth and Home was sub 4 hours. Yep. We had the record in it multiple times. I had I forget how many. I had something like 20 records in this game since it came out. Yeah, our previous PB and world record is sub 5 hours. Sub 4 hours, sorry. Before the update. There's no record yet with Mistlands. We're working on doing it with Mistlands at the minute. Still being figured out. No, fine. Not yet. Wasn't it, was it? It's the next one. The course doesn't make a difference to the Mistlands update. Finding enough fragments to build the key to even fight the boss. And all of the things that you need. Oh, found an Elder Rune. All the things you need Oh, it's actually in a good location. It's taken us too long to find it, but in a good spot at least. But yeah, it's more the stuff to make the key and the stuff you need to make the crafting stations. It's the grind. During the time it takes to find the fragments, you're gonna find way more than the minimum amount of cores that you need. We've already tested it a shitload. Once you start getting into enough dungeons, you realize kind of like what the averages are of all of that stuff. Right now, we do need the seeds. I hear a spawner. I'm just not seeing it yet. What's up, Joe? There it is. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good, bud. At least we've got a level 3 stone axe. Not quite as good as a level 2. Well, it's not quite as good as a level 3 flint, but not bad. We'll need a lot of eyes as well. He's running away. He's scared of us. Our stone axe. What the hell? That's hilarious. I hear another spawner. There it is. I think I'm going to quickly will swap. Our inventory is getting kind of full and I want to just double check some mats as well. So we need to ditch some stuff. We need to ditch our cores and we need to check our eyes. Yeah. Hardly any eyes. That's what I thought. Thanks, Nordic. I appreciate that. Don't you enjoying the content? That means a lot, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, dude. Doing good. I think I hit another spawner. Yep. Yeah, you see that? I don't think the elders changed that much. It does. One thing that's kind of weird about it is that I do feel like we either are getting a really close elder or a really far elder. It seems to be less common in the middle, which is sort of interesting. But I'm not necessarily mad at that. Because at one point it started to feel like the close elders were getting rare. But I would say recently, even though we might have had more far elders than usual, we've also had more close ones since trying to do the Mistlands runs. Thanks, Prissy. I appreciate that. Happy weekend, Ashley. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing good, bud. Oh, he dropped 2 seeds. It's not even useful, but we don't want eyes, so. I'm going to all of these spawners, even though we don't need seeds, just because we want eyes. Okay. Alright, let's do this. It's not really ended up being a faster elder than the other day. Not really. Maybe a little bit, but still better than what it would have been before on the previous attempt. Perfect elder fight though. That was absolutely perfect. Flawless. Yeah, that's right. We do it to get the corpse run. That's right. No need to apologize. Appreciate your questions. Let's check out the content. Oh no, we got the thing. So yeah, if anyone is new to the world of Valheim speedrunning, or they've just started watching me do these runs since the Mistlands update, I highly recommend checking out a few of my videos on YouTube that explain Valheim speedrunning from before the Mistlands update. You can get a link to the best one by doing exclamation explain in the chat. There's also a link in the description on YouTube. That's the video that is Valheim World Record Speedrun Explained video. And it's from the previous world record that I had in the All Bosses Random Seed category, where I explained all of the strats used in that run. Then there's a slightly older Speedrun Explained video. It's called Valheim New Character Speedrun Explained. You can find that on the YouTube channel. And that shows the era of Valheim speedrunning that used like the Iron Mace and stuff. That also covers some strats that, you know, but both videos mostly cover strats that are still used and will still be continue to be used in the Mistlands update. And then also, if you want the absolute like quickest way to answer your most basic questions, I made a video where I answer the top 5 most frequently asked questions about Valheim speedrunning. You get a link to that by doing exclamation FAQ. There's also a link in the description on YouTube to that one as well. All of those will answer like most of the questions anyone will have in great detail, much more detail than I'll be able to do now, and they show examples and everything. For anyone that is new to Valheim speedrunning, all previous speedrun knowledge from before Mistlands still applies to the run after Mistlands. The Mistlands stuff is just additional, you know. And we did see some really good mountains over there, actually. Maybe go towards those. Foggy, Frisian, thank you so much for gifting 5 YouTube memberships to people in the chat. You're absolute legend. Thanks so much for supporting the content and keeping the dream alive, bud. Really appreciate that. That's so generous. Thank you very much. You're an absolute legend. Welcome, Daniel, Joe Glovers, and Joe Turner, Sean, and Jeremiah. Thanks so much. Flipping legend, Frisian. So much. The 5 gifted YouTube memberships. Thanks so much for supporting the content and helping keep the dream alive, bud. That really helps. Thank you. Love it. I want all the speedruns to continue. Oh, you're legend, bud. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. Drea6, appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, bud. I don't think I mined copper yet on this attempt, did I? I think that was the previous attempt. The blurring into one. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, John. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, bud. Right, so the reason why it's a big deal to get a close elder instead of a far one is you want that swamp key as early as possible. Because the further you start to travel away from the middle, the more likely you are to bump into a swamp. At least from the start. Obviously, the further out you get, then it starts to turn into like plains and mistlands and stuff. But the problem with that and not having the swamp key is that means you're going to be passing without being able to explore crypts, which means it's gonna take longer for you to do the swamp segment than it needs to. Oh yeah, ZBD, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by the stream, bud. Hope you're doing good. Oh, thanks, Fulgrim. Yeah, the strats are seeming like really fun and cool so far. We're struggling to get runs that get us there in a timely fashion at the minute. But yeah, I'm really excited to get some successful runs down so I can make a new video explaining the speedrun strats so far in the Mistlands. No new categories have been made yet. They wouldn't be at this point. It's not on live yet. No categories or leaderboards will ever get added until a run is already established and fully routed either. Neither of which have happened, so still going to be a little while until we get official categories and leaderboards. So yeah, so there's like a few things we need to happen before we add the leaderboards and categories. Is number one, it needs to be on live servers. It's not. It's on the public test build at the minute, which matters when it comes to speedrun moderation and whatnot. That's the first thing. Second, it needs to be fully routed and established, meaning it needs to be figured out how you even speedrun it. But when I say like established, it also means like it may not just be a change of strats. It may also mean a change of rules or something. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot going on now in the run. We may change how we structure things, and you know, frankly, we're planning on basically batching. I've spoken to other mods about it, like for a while. It's been discussed. The idea of that mountain is so tall, by the way, it kind of makes me nervous. It's not necessarily the best thing, but anyway, yes, the leaderboards have been needing like a bit of an update, both like to some rules and some organization and categorization for a while, and we've known obviously that this has been due, so it has been discussed for a while of sort of like waiting to mix things up until this Mistlands is out, and then we can just do it all in one go, so it will be less disruptive. So, you know, frankly, at some point I will have to take some time off to just do all of the moderation stuff that will need to be done to make sure it's all done correctly. Not that I don't have faith in the other moderators. It's just that's usually what I do after a big update, to make sure everything goes smoothly for everybody. Because I do care about the community and it going well, it all making sense for everybody. So any strats that were bad before or feasible now? I mean, it's not really test runs. The speed runs just without like a unified leaderboard or rule set. I'm doing real runs at the minute, but just no official leaderboards or rule sets for it. I already done days of testing. Literally the second it came out, I downloaded it live on stream. I reacted to the trailer live on stream. Within seconds, we had Mistlands loaded up and I was flying around figuring out the speedrun. And I did that for several days straight. So we figured out a bunch of stuff. So I'm kind of beyond testing at the minute. Like I will do a little more here and there, but right now I'm just committed to random seed runs to actually do the strats that we figured out in a real run, because to me nothing's totally valid unless it's been properly done in a real run, which is why that's the reason why I'm committed to real runs at the minute, because you know I'm happy with the strats I've sussed, and we killed the boss of like a bunch of times with strats and stuff. It's just want to do it in a real run now. Never ever in my life would have thought that Brute could be killed by blocking with bench and walls on fire. I appreciate that. How hard do you think the Queen is to kill in speedruns? It's actually the easiest boss fight in the run. Believe it or not. Crafting a demolisher. And there's a spot you can stand where you take 0 damage where she doesn't spawn mobs in either. Just like with the Stag Breaker and Burial Chambers, you can use a demolisher to do damage to her through the wall. So it's actually the easiest fight in the run. Oh, that cave seems much closer than would have seemed possible. That's actually good. Is that gonna be it? That little bit of rock sticking out? Actually might be. I'd be extremely lucky if that's the case. Nah, probably not. Let's get a bed down anyways. Any tips for your gluts really struggling? Make lots of barley wine for fire resistance. I'd actually maybe recommend going for the Fenris armor set as well for extra fire resistance, considering the physical damage is really high anyway from Yags. You're not going to want to take many hits of that anyway. So fire is probably going to more be the problem. And take lots of health potions, lots of stamina potions, lots of tasty mead to restore your stamina when you're stamina potions on cooldown. And fully level up a silver sword. Takes the most damage from spirit damage. And I recommend just running right up to him and meleeing him with your silver sword to get the burn going. And dodge rolling his slam attack and just like run away before you start to take too much fire damage, and wait until you've cooled off a bit and just keep running in and running out. Or you can just make like 1,000,000 arrows if you really want. Go, you know. I would go with making like 2 really good food items, and one really good stamina food item. I'm doing random seed runs right now. I mostly do random seed runs, but there is a set seed category also. Silver sword's better than the Frostner against Sugar, damage wise. Objectively, there's more damage. Navigating the Mistlands is honestly not as bad as it looks. But with a little practice, you actually get kind of used to it. Everything about the Mistlands, I would say, is actually not as bad as it looks. Most people are just a little, like, they're catching up to the knowledge and the strats and everything, and it is obviously a step up, you know, for sure it is, no question. But it's more of a learning curve than anything else, to be completely honest. Yeah, exactly, Jacob. It is. Think. Oh no, I was thinking about going and making a bow. Yeah, but the way you should be traversing the Mistlands is to just stay high up, and you can see really far that if you do that. And then obviously on a normal run, you just make the wisp white and it's fine anyway. Like, basically, if you just use Eikthyr to just spam jump up all obstacles all the time, so you're always above the clouds of mist. Then you just kind of use the high ground. You can always spot dungeons and stuff from from the mountains easily if there's one nearby. But if you don't see one, you just pick a spot, another map, like another high ground to run to. Just like mark that on the map, run in that direction in a straight line. If you meet any, start bumping into stuff, just start spamming jump again. Just like rinse and repeat. It's actually not so bad, even in the speed run. It's like I said, obviously it's the hardest part of the speed run, but I was trying to think what I want to do here. There is a speedrun specific strat to take down modder, yeah. We dig a trench around the spawner, put a bed in it. Yeah, let's find a little bit of food actually. We've got eat there now. Yeah, and then we just like place fires in the trench. And if you're in a sheltered location, she'll fly above you, and eventually she'll land. So you stay sheltered until she lands on your fires, and you keep repairing your fire from safety of the trench. Then you can get more DPS by shooting with arrows and the spear whilst that's going on. It's actually a pretty fast fight. With a lot of practice, of course. It takes a bit of practice to do it smoothly. There's no berries in this Black Forest, apparently. Queen buff, the main buff of it is actually increasing your stamina restoration, your magic restoration. The magic restoration. And it also increases your mining. Which will be great news for people that like to build a lot. Nice BCI. All part of the experience. Everyone can relate to that. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Who knows if Magic Cloth would be like essential. I don't see it ever being essential, but I mean, yeah, we'll see, I guess, what happens. Gonna do that. I mean, I feel like Iron Gate seemed pretty passionate about there always being a lot of options for combat. But it would be interesting to start seeing enemies in later biomes that are actually weak to magic. That would be really cool. that... Oh, there's a good structure there. We might not need that cave. That cave's in a very weird spot, for sure it is. Oh, fucking rigged, bro. Yeah, there's the cave, look. It's super weird. Oh, no, don't... I thought we were going to go down a vertical drop there. Things got a bit steep there. Oh, fuck. We can't put a bed down. That's... Okay. This is complicated. It's not ideal not being able to have a bed. We just have to try and not die. Trying to see if we can actually, that's the entire point of the speedrun green apple. It's like infinitely slower to make stuff than it is to run around naked, even if you die. Straight up facts. It's not like it's not been figured out. Speedrunning this game for nearly 2 years already. What, the modder rune can also spawn in the caves? If you combine Ichthyo and use it at the same time as a corpse run, both things have a buff that reduces stamina usage. And they affect stack. That's how you're able to run without consuming stamina. And that's why we save Ichthyo for climbing mountains. Yeah, there was no rune in the Drogus tower, unfortunately. That's why we're in here. Oh, fuck. There you go. I was trying to get a fire down, but... Oops. Right there. Didn't notice him. The pulse corpse one strat is actually way stronger than it used to be. Because they've made it now that stamina drain doesn't stack when you're going up hills. So it's actually even more powerful. They have nerfed the spam jump a little bit. You can't spam jump as much when you're going up a vertical surface, so you don't fly up the same way you used to. But it's still overall more powerful than it used to be with the Mistlands update. Doing some sneak resting to heal. What the fuck? Where is he at? Oh my god, he came out of nowhere. A maniac. Oh, what? I missed. Oh my god. It's like a dead end anyway, unfortunately. Now, I knew this mountain was going to be a debate. Got off a bow yet, yeah. We're a bit low on flint at the start, so I've been holding off on making the weapons. We had kind of a weird starting area. Didn't get much meadows. Super weird. Could honestly probably heal again. Not having a bed outside's not good. Oh my god. An asshole. Oh. We should be able to have this bed last long enough to do this. Dramatic camera work, I appreciate that. I think should keep checking really. It kind of sucks though that we've got one structure and one cave. Oh my god. With there. No ruin. So, oh my god. Let's not chill there. We're a little low on wood as well, which is not good. That'll do. What can... Drogas are aggroed on us still, apparently. There we go. Not quite a shack for a shelter, but it's something. Right, there's another structure there. I'm gonna world swap for some mats, I think. Yeah, I think that's the best thing we can do. I'm gonna go to the other world and get some more wood. Yeah, this mountain's crazy. Yeah. The run's okay so far. I wouldn't say good. But it still has potential. Hopefully we get a model location, then we'll know more about it. I think, you know, 2 boss locations is too early to really call it. Hopefully from this next structure we get model rune. If I could find the coast on this seed. Like, fast enough at least. We could do all of our weapons. What's up, Sauron? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, my day is good in general. Thanks, bud. Appreciate that. Likewise. Hope you're doing good, dude. Bit weird, champ. Fully starter seed. Starter worlds. Whatever. Areas. I can't talk. could not do flint axe. If we get 6 flint, I can do level 3 flint axe. Well, it's more than 6 flint actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna skip the flint axe. It is faster for modder, and it's really good for mowing down grey dwarfs. We need a lot of eyes, but it's not a deal breaker. We'll make it work with the level 3 stone axe. Nice, Thoron. Is it me, or does the font look a little bit different on there? You know, where it says like how much of each mat you have in the toolbar at the top. What do you think, chat? Am I tripping? Something I've been thinking since I've been doing these runs. I've not really mentioned it. I think if it's even a question, it's probably a sign that I'll play way too much Valheim. Feel it slightly changed now you mention it. Okay, that makes me feel less crazy. I appreciate that. So world swapping, I agree with you. But it was not allowed for whatever reason. It wasn't a rule that I had anything to do with. I don't know why, really. What the good reason is for it not being allowed. I understand the thought process, but I've also never understood why it wasn't at least a category, you know? Like it could be its own category to allow world swap. But at the end of the day, there wasn't really time saved to world swap previously because ores weren't necessary. You could do the game with stuff you could carry faster anyway. And the whole being able to just relog to refill your stamina bar, it just meant it wasn't really that valuable. Obviously though, there's no rules or categories or anything yet for post Mistlands, so I'm just running it with world swaps. Because I feel like it's a really good way of dealing with having to carry a lot of stuff now. True, Fear's Workshop. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, the game obviously allows it, and it, appears to be a conscious decision. Red liked the idea. Frankly, like, someone from Iron Gate was watching also, and he liked it too. So, not that that matters, but I'm just saying it's not like. No, I wasn't concentrating. We're pretty close, I guess, but we're gonna lose it now, though. We're gonna lose this bed. I'm gonna relog instead of wait for that load screen. It reduces the chance of that bed being destroyed during the load screen. No, you didn't. Green apple pie. There are two places Modder's Rune spawns. One is in the smaller sort of tower structures. The only way we're getting to this stuff now is by world swapping and getting food. And the other one is in caves. That's it. How it works. Get the model location. If, like, the mod of runes that reveal the location. Yeah, it could have been a smaller tower structure. Yeah, because if it was like pretty ruined, you'd see it. No, it can't be in a cabin. No, World Tour's just a let's play. I might screenshot that chat message when if it becomes a debate. Right now, with current strats, it kind of is, because you'd have to sail back to your mats. Just a really fast let's play. That's a top tier chat message. Yeah, I guess the thought behind it would just be that right now in the rules set for RSG, you have to show the creation of your random seed at the start of the run, even though the timer doesn't start until you start moving. You would just have to show the creation of both seeds. I appreciate that, Basket. That's funny. I actually run RSG because I prefer RSG. Anyway, I always run RSG. I'm not a big fan of set seed. I will do a set seed run when there's a good seed discovered, like usually anyway. Like even before Mistlands, I would do that. I have had set seed world record in the past, but I never really grind hard for set seed stuff because I don't really find it very fun. get bored really easily on set seed. Like I've done everything in this game so many times, backwards and forwards, that the randomness is really why it's still really fun to me. So I just use set seed to practice certain things for the speedrun sometimes, like we're doing with Mistlands. But my preferred thing to do is always random seed. That's funny, Basky. Next time they say this game is too hard, I will say take your clothes off. Set seed is good practice. I will say though that it does give you a false sense of security though, because it's also different in many ways. Because oftentimes when you're running set seed, a seed has like one way that's the best way to play it. Whereas when you're on like on random seeds, you need to be really dynamic. And a lot of like what makes a good runner in random seed is actually how flexible and adaptable they can be and knowing what they can capitalize on. So, you know, someone that gets really good at running a set seed can develop, like, if you just practice it, you can get a full sense of security when it comes to doing real runs, because you just, it takes away your decision making. You don't like, it just, there's a way to do it and you practice that same way. You need to get good at having to mix it up, basically. Making the spur of the moment decisions. So it's definitely good for practice, but I don't want to exaggerate how good it is for practice. I think this is going to end up being a reset. Like, we're just going to lose this. I need to relog to not lose that bed right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't want to exaggerate how good it is to practice runs, because it's much more important to just do a lot of random runs if you want to run random seed. It's not the way to become the best runner. But it's certainly a useful tool. No question about that. Yes. Well, it does. That's definitely. No. No. It definitely doesn't look like a good model location. I mean, it's a horrible location for a 5 bosses run for sure. I'm just trying to think if it's still necessarily I mean, I think it still is a horrible location. Because the problem is we have to overcommit, don't we, to that direction. Probably lost this bed now anyway. No? It's far. Yeah, I think that's a dead run. There's always the argument of like, what if you find other bosses on the way? But the problem with the run now is we've got 3 bosses that have to line up.
Splish.
You know what I mean? What are the odds of that? Let's see. Yeah, no, it's terrible. No, these are all bone masses. You know, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, the Yag's not completely awful like this one. It's not great though. Yeah, the queen, it is next to the queen. It's pretty terrible. The thing is that it was already too long in the tooth. And we're not getting... Excuse me. We're just not getting... like good early games, are we? Right now, the Elder's taking as much as like an hour longer than it needs to. No, I mean, the order doesn't really matter. You just need to kill the Elder early. And, you know, you need to kill the Elder before you start encountering swamps, and you need to kill Modder before you can do the Queen. Because you can't do black metal without killing Modder. And you need black metal to make the key. Everything else, you know, hypothetically, there's no reason for it to be in a specific order. But obviously, most likely, it's going to be something close to the intended order. Now, we don't need wisps. That was really the closest Modder, yeah. Okay. Crazy. Alright, guys. Thanks a lot for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow and the next day, I'm actually just going to be taking a couple of days off just to rest. When I get back, what we're going to do is I'm going to make my next Mistlands video when I get back from taking a couple of days off, and then after that I'm going to organize doing a long stream, like a 10 to 12 hour speed run stream of just doing these attempts, like full random seed proper attempts for like 12 hours straight. So I'm gonna take a couple of days just to rest because I've been grinding it really hard. I'm actually just checking my YouTube channel. Since Mistlands has launched on public test build, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos on my YouTube channel, and I released another video just before that, so let's call it 10. And I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, basically 10, no, 11 streams and 10 videos in that time as well. With no real days off. So I've been smashing it content so hard the last couple of weeks. I need to kind of catch up on some sleep because, you know, there was a few days there where I was waking up in the morning, making a video, doing a stream, ending the stream, making a video till like 6 in the morning, ending the stream, getting up, making a video. And I'm finding it hard to not be tired at the minute. So I'm just gonna get a couple of days rest before I get back on the grind. The double boss challenge I will definitely get back to. I'll organize all my other regular content after I get back from a couple of days off as well. So I'm going to take a couple of days off anyway. When I get back, I'll get back to all the videos, including the double boss challenge on my next Mistlands video. And then I'll yeah, I'll figure it out in a couple of days. I just need some time to chill, but yes, I'll make sure I continue with the double boss challenge video series soon and keep the Mistlands content coming. And then, like I said, I'll organize like a really long, like 12-hour-ish, like 10-12 hour straight of just like speedrun attempts of this speedrun, so we actually get a chance to get to the Mistlands some more on the run. So we've not been getting there with the shorter streams, so we're going to do some longer streams. So I'll organize all of that. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, the video or the live stream if you're watching the VOD. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the best way to support the content completely for free. Even if you're watching on Twitch, if you do exclamation YouTube, head over there, smash the like, smash subscribe. It's the best way to help me out for free. Makes it more likely for the content to show up in the recommended feed. Oh, hell yeah, Dogware. I'm glad that helped. Good job, bud. Good job. Before I go, I usually mention this like a few hours into the stream, and we didn't get a chance to mention it today. But that's the best ways you can support the content financially, because I am completely crowdfunded, so it is the financial support of our community that allows me to put so much time and effort into all of the streams and videos for you guys. So the #1 best way you can support the content completely for free is on Patreon at patreon.com/NickRawcliffe. Patreon allows you to do a monthly donation, sort of like a Twitch sub. Essentially, you can do it for any amount of money, even as little as $1. And how it works is, for example, if you were to subscribe at the $1 level right now, you donate $1 to me right now, and then you'll be donating $1 a month on the 1st of every month from then onwards until you cancel your subscription, and you can cancel it at any time. Anyone that becomes a patron also gets invited to join a private Valheim server that I pay for that runs 24/7, and you get to play on there whenever you want with the rest of the community, and you also get invited to play Valheim with me live on stream when I do server streams. There's a link in the description to the Patreon, or you can do !Patreon in the chat for the link. Second best way you can support financially is by doing normal donations. There's a link in the description to that as well, or you can do !Donate in the chat. Those are the best way to do a one-off contribution. And last but not least, you can support the content financially over on YouTube by doing super chats during the live streams, by doing super thanks below any videos, or by clicking the join button below the stream and becoming a YouTube member. And members get access to monthly exclusive behind the scenes content. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. It's the #1 best way to make sure you don't miss any live streams or videos. There's a link in the description to that as well. Or you can do Discord in the chat for the link. And I do stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So if you're watching on YouTube and you'd rather be watching on Twitch, you can do Twitch in the chat or check the link in the description. Just a few disclosures and reminders just to make it all clear what's going to be happening and what I'm working on, what the plans are for upcoming content on the channel before I take a couple of days off. Is yes, I don't plan on releasing content over the next 2 days, maybe a little longer. I just need some time to recharge, but when I get back, I'll be scheduling and starting production on a ton of videos and live streams. Just an update on like Patreon and members content. First of all, we're delaying the next server stream to play with patrons live on stream until Mistlands comes out on the live servers for everybody. We don't have a hard date for that, but it's assumed to be here within the next week or two. When that happens, I'll be creating a second server, so patrons from then onwards will get access to 2 servers, and the second one will be a survival one, and we're going to keep the original one as a build server, so we keep all the old builds and keep adding to it over time. And the new one will periodically wipe that server for us to be able to do sort of playthroughs of just beating all the bosses together and stuff, or whatever you guys want to do with it. But that'll be the survival server that wipes, and the other one is going to be the creative server. So when that launches, I'll do a stream where we start preparing for Mistlands together with the patrons over time. And I'm probably going to do 2 days of that, like 2 streams of that back to back, just to make up for it being a bit delayed because of the Mistlands release date. Behind the scenes members only content. When I get back, I'll be planning some members only content where I either live stream or record me replying to YouTube comments, because I'm getting so many comments at the minute. It's been really hard to reply to them all. But we'll try and reply to every single comment in a stream, however long it takes, just for exclusive to members, so some behind the scenes. And yeah, I might show you guys like my little 8-bit synth thing that I got. And we may do some speedrun practice. That might happen. But all 3 of these things, plus showing off my game dev project, are what I plan to happen over the course of the next 4 weeks or so, spread out between sort of like sometime this month and the beginning of next month. And when it comes to video content on the YouTube channel, I'm still working on the double boss challenge where we fight 2 of each boss as we progress. That started before the Mistlands update, and there's been a lot of questions about, is it carrying on with Mistlands, or can you even do 2 queens? Yeah, I've figured it out. It's definitely possible. We're definitely going to do it. So that series is going to continue. It's just obviously making Mistlands content has been a big priority to bring new people to the channel right now. So at the minute, those videos are on the back burner a bit. They're going to be coming out less frequently. But as the Mistlands sort of hype sort of gradually fades, the double boss series will return to being out more regularly again eventually. I'll sort of cross fade the 2. But once I've had a couple of days off, I'll return work on the next episode of that. But the next video to come out will probably be more Mistlands content. And as for challenges and stuff, I've started figuring out tons of challenges. Once we've got some successful speedruns down of doing Mistlands, I'm going to start live streaming some challenge runs, and there's some really crazy ones that I've figured out are actually possible, which I'm hyped about that. And of course, after a couple of days as well, like I said, once I've figured out my video production schedule, I'll try and schedule in like a 12-hour stream for us to get a good solid amount of speedrun attempts. So I think that's pretty much everything. Is that it? Before I take a couple of days off, does anyone have any questions? We have done the last boss before. Honestly, here to learn how to not suck at the game. Thanks for all the awesome strats and tips so far from showing us. You're welcome for this workshop. I appreciate that. Hope it will be soon. I plan my winter holiday in Mistlands. Yeah, same. So before it took like a couple of weeks for Hearth and Home to go onto live service. So hopefully this takes a couple of weeks. All right, I'm gonna go get some rest. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys have a great couple of days. I always miss the chat and the streams when I take days off, so I'll miss you guys, but I hope you have a good couple of days, and I'll see you in a couple of days for some more videos and live streams. I don't know if my first day back will be a stream day or a video day, so I'll either be back to streaming either Wednesday or Thursday, depending, most likely. But I'll let you guys know about all that in the Discord and on the YouTube community page and on Twitter. You can always keep up to date with what my plans are if you pay attention to Discord, if you use Discord. If you don't, YouTube community tab. If you use Twitter, you can use Twitter as well. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye. See you soon.